Hello everybody and welcome to my channel and welcome to my very first reading vlog. I've done 2 week in the life vlogs in the past, but I've never done an actual reading focused vlog. So I'm so excited to bring this to you guys. And this one does have a theme to it. If you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen me post a request to fill out this 12 books from 12 friends little template that I made, and I got 12 responses. So I thought it would be really fun to read these in a reading vlog. Obviously I'm not going to read all of these in this exact reading vlog. I'm not that quick of a reader, but I am going to get started and see what dent I can make in this. And it's also the perfect time to do this because my spring break starts very soon. And while I do have to work a lot, I won't have any homework to do. So when I get home, I can relax, watch YouTube, and read. So I'm hoping to get a lot of reading done. I have in the past during spring break, so I'm hoping that this is similar. And I'm really excited to dive into these. I already know which one I'm going to start this reading vlog out with, and that is Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. This one is recommended to me by Sydney, who is Sydney_reads. Go check her account out. I love her. She's a sweetheart. And she's honestly become one of my favorite people to talk to, and I'm so glad that we became friends. So I am so excited to start this book and to start this vlog out with this book. I'm mainly starting this vlog out with this one because I'm so excited to read it. It's already an anticipated read for me, and I'm sure I'm going to love it. And I've been craving a really good romance, a fantasy kind of romance with stakes, and I think that this will meet that need. And I just really want to read this one, so that's why I'm starting this vlog out with it. Also, I am unsure what books I'm going to be reading in this vlog because I think it's going to be kind of fun if I do a little bit of this randomized order because I am so indecisive. I'm so indecisive. So choosing all of these books, choosing which one I'm going to read in which order is going to be horrendous. So I'm going to enter them into a little random chooser and let that choose it for me. It's going to be very interesting, that's for sure, but I can't wait to see what the results get me. I'm unsure if I'll actually be able to get my hands on that book, unfortunately. If I don't have it, I'll need to see if the library has it, so that might play a little bit of a hindrance in this adventure, but we're going to go with it, see how this goes. I'm so excited to get started on my very first reading vlog and to get started on this, what looks like stunning book. So, yay! Okay, I haven't updated you guys in a little bit, but I'm making such great progress on Divine Rivals, guys. I'm on page 82, and I'm honestly loving this book so far. Like, I can see why everybody's attached to Roman and Iris. I'm honestly really liking their banter so far, and their little rivalry that they basically made themselves. Like, they don't have to be rivals, but they basically just chose to be rivals one day, and I find that really funny. And I also love this world that we're getting built. This idea of this like gods and war, and it's just like so good. And I love the way things are just like coming about and the way that things are introduced. And I'm honestly just really enjoying this book. And it's been so long, I feel like, since I've been able to just sit down and read a book that I wanted to read and just enjoy it. And so this is feeling so good, and I can't wait to continue it. And yeah, I'm hoping that by the end of the day, I can get to page 150. Because it's, what, like 130 right now? And I'm on page, what did I say, 82? 82. So I think I can make it to page 150, maybe even more. I don't have much homework to do, obviously, because it is officially spring break. So all I really need to do is go to a meeting and edit for BookTube and film for BookTube, and then I can just read. So I'm so excited, and I will update you guys when I have something else to update on. Okay, so I didn't finish Divine Rivals last night, even though I was very close to, but my roommate came home and we just like got to talking, and then I got distracted and then I had to go to bed. So I made it to page, hold on, 294. So I have a little over 50 pages left. Like I'm gonna finish it today. It's no doubt I'm finishing it today. At one point or another. So I am loving this book. Like, guys, what? I can totally see the hype. I do feel that like Iris and Roman's relationship is a little bit rushed, but at the same time, I'm hitting the point where I'm just like so connected and I love them so much that I just don't care. And I think that this may be my first 5-star of 2024. So I can't wait to finish it, and I'm just so excited, and I love this book so much, and I'm so glad that Sydney chose this book for me to read. But while we're here together, I thought it'd be fun to go ahead and choose my next read because I'm about to leave to go to my parents' house because we're going over to my brother's later. So I'm just gonna choose my next read right now. So I have this random name generator, and so let me get set up here. So it is time to pick up my next read. Insane. So I have almost all of the other ones on this list right now, except for the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, because that's Laurel's pick, and I'm saving it for the summer because we kind of already agreed that I would read it in the summer and then she would read a book that I really want her to read in the summer. So that one's not on this list for a very specific reason and it won't be in this vlog. So I'm going to spin it and then I'm going to try and find it at whatever library I can get. Luckily, I have 2 library options, and so maybe I can have luck here. So, I love the sound it makes. Okay, looks like the generator chose Throttled, which is Elsa's pick, and she is Elsa Reads, I believe, on Instagram. You should go check her out because she's an absolute angel. So let me see. I don't think it's at my library here, and I don't think it's on Libby. So let me see if I can find it at my library back home. And it's currently checked out at the library. I'm so sorry, Elsa, that I will not be reading Throttled. Let's pick the next one. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be a rough time, but we're gonna pick it and see what happens. Okay, we do have a winner that I own, so we don't have to worry about me trying to find it at the library, luckily. Okay, so it looks like I'm going to be reading A Winter's Promise next. Actually, let me go grab it. I actually got this book because I want to give away, so I love that. A Winter's Promise looks like is going to be next, and this one is Alyssa's pick, and Alyssa I met on book Twitter, and she's honestly become one of my favorite people and best friends, and she has been wanting me to read this book for just about ever, and she really loved this series, and I know that we have very similar taste in books, and I'll honestly trust anything that she recommends. So it looks like I'm going to be reading this one next, and I'm honestly so excited. So I have to tell her that this one is going to be my next read, and so thank you, Alyssa, for picking this one. And I'm so sorry, Elsa, that my library didn't have Throttled, because technically that was supposed to be my next read for this vlog, but it just didn't work out and it sucks. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye out, especially because Libby doesn't have it, and we will see where I can get that book. So thank you, Alyssa, and I will let you guys know when I finish Divine Rambles. Okay, so I finished this book. It took me about 4 days, and it would have taken me a lot shorter if I wasn't so busy. Guys, I'm gonna cry. What? I loved reading this book so much, and that ending, it made me want to sob my eyes out, and so now here I am, and what am I supposed to do with my life now? And like, what do you mean I'm supposed to just move on from this? This one was a very, very obvious 5-star. Like, I got to a point in this book where I'm just like kicking my feet and screaming, and I knew that it would be a 5-star, so this is my first 5-star 2024, and you guys just witnessed it. I just can't get over this book, and I don't think I ever will. There's just so many amazing things about this book that I just like can't even articulate all of them. I need to sit in my thoughts. Oh my gosh, I love this book so much. And thank you, Sydney, for making me read this book. So I don't know what I'm gonna do now. At some point today, I'm gonna start A Winter's Promise, recommended by Alyssa, but I can't start it yet. I just can't. So this is just amazing, and I adore this book, and I think well worth the hype. Everybody should go read this. So yeah, I'm dying. I haven't updated you guys in a little bit. So the day I finished Divine Rivals, I ended up starting A Winter's Promise. And honestly, it's pretty good so far. So I'm currently, it's been a couple days, but I'm currently on page 224. Like, I'm making progress. And it has 483 pages. So I'm not even like halfway done, which feels insane. But I've been trying to knock out like 100 pages a day. I've honestly been doing so good. And I have been reading like on the bus, on the way to work, and the way back, and reading on my break. This book is honestly pretty good. I'm getting kind of invested. Some of it's kind of confusing. Like, I don't really know what's happening all the time. And there are parts that are just like very like whimsical to the point where it kind of like goes over my head. But it feels so much like a Studio Ghibli movie. Please tell me I'm not the only one thinking this. Like, this book, I'm reading it and it makes me feel how I felt when I watched Howl's Moving Castle. I don't know, the vibes are just so similar. Although I'm a little bit weirded out at some points because it's like really weird. This girl's getting married off and it feels really weird, this marriage of convenience thing happening here, because she feels a lot younger than him. I don't think she is, but the way she's portrayed is like a lot younger than him, and it's just like kind of icky. And the way that these like systems of society work here is that you are like kind of all low-key related to one another and refer to each other as cousin, and yet you get married off to these cousins. I don't know. I'm sure it's very far removed. I know it's very far removed, but it feels so weird. And sometimes I'm like reading these parts and I'm like, stop it. This feels really weird. But other than that, it's honestly a pretty good book. I like the main character. It's just a very whimsical story, and it's kind of like fun and like easy to read. I don't know if I'm actually gonna finish this book in this vlog or not. That one's kind of up in the air. I hope I can, because that would be really fun, you know, 2 books in a reading vlog. But it's not really guaranteed, especially because I'm not spending all day reading. Like, I know it's spring break, but I am working quite a bit. But we're gonna see. We're gonna just like take it as we go. I'm trying to get 100 pages in a day. Maybe I can try pushing myself a little bit today since I already made quite a bit of progress. So yeah, that's my update. Sorry for not updating you guys sooner, and I will see you next time I update. Okay, I just finished A Winter's Promise, and oh my gosh, guys, Ophelia goes through so much in this book, but it honestly was such a great book, and I'm so glad that Alyssa chose this book for me to read, because it was just such a fun adventure, and it honestly, like I said before, felt like a Studio Ghibli movie in a book, and it honestly flew by despite it being kind of long, and it was just so great. I loved the main character, Ophelia. I felt for her so much. Like, girl was going through it in this book, but I feel like she handled it in such an amazing way. Like, I'm so impressed with her, and I don't know if I could have done the same. So, go her. I am like, okay, there's so many things about this book that like I honestly really did enjoy, and there were some parts that I didn't enjoy. Like, honestly, there were some parts that kind of gave me the ick, kind of odd, or kind of went over my head, but for the most part I honestly really did enjoy this book. And so I am bestowing it a 4 star. I really did enjoy it, and I can't wait to see more of Ophelia and Thorn in the future. I had such a roller coaster of emotions with the beginning of the relationship in this book, and so as I continue on in the series, I don't know when that will be, but as I do continue on the series, because it's gonna happen, I can't wait to see where the relationship goes and like what happens with them, and then kind of what happens with Ophelia in this new world that she's discovering. And I can't wait to see more of her character growth, because she honestly grew so much in this book. Like, her character growth was amazing and so well written. Also, this book is the first book I've ever read that was translated from another language, which is super cool. It was translated from French, and so maybe that probably added to some of the parts that kind of like confused me, or like the wording or something, but I still think it was really cool, and I would love to read more translated books in the future. So this book is done, and I am honestly really impressed with myself that I was able to finish it this week, and I have just been pushing through it, and it helps that I haven't really had much schoolwork to do, and I've just been able to read in my free time. With the ending of this book, it brings us to the end of my reading vlog. It's honestly been so much fun just like reading and recording with you guys this past week. I'm really impressed with myself that I was able to read 2 books in this video. Please let me know if you guys want me to do more reading vlogs in the future, or if you want me to continue this like doing a reading vlog for the 12 books recommended by 12 friends template. I would love to do that for you guys if you would like me to do so. Thank you so much for watching today's video. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe below, and I will see you guys all next week. Bye!